Welcome to this first video in the series Working with Manus. In this video, I will explain how I generated a 56-page document which contains all our customer journey in very, very high details. So let's first have a look at the document. So this is the documents that I'm talking about. This 56-page PDF was generated by Manus almost autonomously. Every single part of this document was generated by Manus. How did I do it? So first of all, I will explain how Manus is working, the different pieces. So if you're coming from another subsequent video on another use case, just watch the beginning of this video where I will show all the basic principles, and then you can go back to the previous video. If you came for our customer journey, then please stay on. So here on the left side, I have my task. So as you can see, I have a few tasks already that have been executed. I will go one by one and generate a video for each one of them. Here you have the communication. So this is the two-way communication in the middle between Manus and me, the user. And on the right side of the screen, you have Manus's computer. So here, this is what Manus is working on. So this is a to-do list. It can be a document. In some cases, we will see in other workflows, it can be a web browser as well. So left side task, middle part communication between Manus and the user, and on the left side, on the right side, Manus's computer. So first, it starts with a prompt. As you can see here, this is quite a long prompt in that case. Manus is starting to give me some answers and then asking me questions. So every time Manus is asking me a question, I need to answer here. So he asked me 5 questions, I answer the first one. He continues, he says, hey, you didn't answer question 2 to 5. Then he stops there. So when this process was running in real time, it stopped there, waiting for me to answer and then continuing. One very important thing that we will see in every single workflow, Manus operates based on the to-do list. So to-do list is kind of the long-term memory of what needs to happen next. So as you can see here, at this stage, so I click here, at this stage of the processing from Manus, he had completed all these where you see a cross in the to-do list, and then the remaining part were still to be done. And finally, at the end, last thing we can look at. So whenever there's a document here, so this is the document. In that case, it's the final result. So this is a pre-formatted version of the output in HTML that I can export in PDF. And when I click on this PDF, it creates the 56-page PDF that we looked at. If I want to look at all the files that have been processed, here are all the files. So there are a lot of temporary files that Manus went through. I can go back and open any one of them. I can download any one of them and see what they are. Yeah. So these are the basic principles that we're going to see in all the videos in this series. So if you came for customer workflow, continue. If you came from another video just to have a preview and understand what is what, you can go back to the previous video. So now about the customer journey. How did I do that? So the original prompt that we saw here at the top is a very long prompt because it's not only one prompt. It's actually all the steps that I want Manus to go through, which are different prompts that you can run manually one by one into a classical large language model, into a classical text model. But here I gave all the instruction in form of prompts. So ask for all the variables and value missing. Then do this one, which are generating customer segments. Then now, after you have your customer segment, generate the persona. For each customer segment, each persona generates a customer journey. For each step in the customer journey, generate an email. And then I create my variables. Why are we using variable? Because we want this prompt to be used by different companies who will have different value for the variables. So as we've already seen, Manus is asking a bunch of questions and then starting to generate. So after initial setup, Manus gets to work and gives me the 3 segments that it thinks, 5 segments that it thinks are the most appropriate one for our AI services in Hong Kong. Yeah. So as you can see, all these documents are very well organized names using all the parameters of my prompt. So this is customer journey analysis. This is customer segment. Yeah. Then the to-do list says, okay, I've done all of this. Now we move on to the next step. So again, if we hide Manus's computer and I just see the communication, Manus will tell me, okay, that's it. I've done what I'm supposed to do. Now I'm going to work on the persona. And then persona for segment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then only when I click here, I can see what's happening on Manus's computer. I can see that now we are down here in this to-do list. And then it continues. So again, if I close the computer, it will tell me, okay, I've completed these 2 steps. Now I'm going to continue. And when this plays in real time, this is just a recording of everything that happened that I'm going through phase by phase with you. You just see those things coming in. Actually, you shouldn't look at it. After I've answered all the 5 questions that Manus had at the beginning, it's fire and forget. You just go and do something else. And you come back and you look at the results. You may go up, and we'll see in other workflows that actually you should read it carefully and understand if there are any issues, especially in the last segment. You're not supposed to look at this, because if you want efficiency and productivity, you have a good prompt, you know that set of instruction or set of prompts are working well, you get it to execute a task, your time is yours. The whole thing took approximately 10 to 15 minutes to go through all these steps and produce the final deliverable. Then there's a summary of everything that has been done, and I have my documents. I can open it and look at it and read through it, and I can click here. It will generate a PDF, and this PDF is generated and then downloaded to my computer. If I don't click here, everything stays on Manus's computer, and I don't have it and I cannot use it. I have to go back to Manus to open it. But because it's the final deliverable, but this is also true of all the other documents, give me the opportunity to either download the HTML or the Markdown version, or give me the opportunity to export it as a PDF. That's it. That's how you generate a 56-page full customer journey for all your segments, all your persona. One thing very important, and we'll see that for all the marketing tasks, is that we have to define our brand very carefully. Actually, if you look at it a bit on the question that Manus asked me, these were clarifying questions on all these elements. Actually, you will see in other videos that for the successant workflows, I'm giving way much more elements on our brand elements. Yeah. So see you soon for another video on Manus's ability to save more and more time, and its incredible ability to go through very complex multi-step processes, follow them with the to-do list, and generating amazing results. See you soon for the next video.